Welcome to the Prophecy Club. Our topic today is actually a question, and I'm going to be asking you, are we blind to 666? Oh, no. We can say, well, wait a minute. Maybe we're a little bit more blind than what we think, especially when I get done showing you what I'm about to show you. So, 666, can we see it? Could it be that it's not exactly that easy to see? The official archery target actually has 10 rings, 5 colors, yellow, red, blue, black, and white colors. But is this a real target? Is either one of those a real target? No, actually they're not. The target to the symbol actually is a symbol that says the center represents those that know that Lucifer is the secret. The white ring represents those that are in the circle, but they don't know that Lucifer is the light. And then those outside the ring, if I get my mouse to cooperate here, those out here are the people that are not the initiated ones. Those are the ones that don't know the secret. That's what it really means. Now, I have to give you a disclaimer. I'm not saying anything bad about any of these companies or any of these individuals. Maybe it's just a drawing. Maybe it's just design. Maybe it didn't mean anything. Or maybe those people know exactly what it means, and maybe they intended it. Now, we don't know. We're going to assume that they intended nothing bad about it. Let's go on. So this is the number of the beast. We've had this confirmed by 2 different people, and this is what the number of the beast will look like. As you recall, Revelation 13:16 says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their forehead. And that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." Now, that's the point. That's the first thing we want to get to today is the number of his name. In my opinion, and backed up by 2 different witnesses, this is pretty close to what the 666 spiral is, or the number of the beast. And that might be how it might look when it actually comes out. It might not be exactly that way, but now that you've seen that, you'll be able to spot it pretty easily. Well, at least we think Christians will be able to spot it pretty easily. But if you look in the background there, well, what do you see? Well, actually, you see a 666 spiral, don't you? See it in the background? I'm just saying, are we blind to 666? Are we able to really see it, or maybe not? This was on Japanese television. See this spiral? See it a little closer? I think that that's pretty much what the number of the beast will look like. This was the 75th anniversary of D-Day on Fox News, and the girl's singing, maybe this is just a design in her hair. Maybe it doesn't mean anything, or maybe it does mean something. Maybe it's a signal that we're part of the Illuminati. We're part of those people that are the initiated few. This is various different ways that it could show up. I suggest that you kind of memorize those so that you'll be able to spot them when they do come out. This is Alpha Code. It's a new movie that is coming out. It says the story is inspired by real events. They all help this guy find his alien daughter. Alien daughter? Then are we saying here indirectly that there are something on the planet that is not 100% human? Daniel 2:43 says, "And he shall mingle the seed with the seed of men." He says that he's going to demonstrate true meditation. He's able to use telepathy. In other words, off-world technology, off-world abilities. In the movie, this is what they show as the spiral. The movie Alpha Code also has this in it. As you see, oh, it's just an accident. Well, maybe it is an accident. Maybe it's just a design, or maybe it's not. Maybe they are indoctrinating people to get ready to be able to receive the mark of the beast. It even says, follow the symbol. In other words, it's not just a drawing. Well, at least if it is a drawing, why would they say, follow the symbol? So back to my question today. Are Christians blind to 666, or can they actually spot it? It goes on to say, and you have to read this, you have to slow down and read it, but look, it has the 6 spiral, or the 666, in a big 666, and if you click on every one of these on the website, it takes you to a different piece of information. The movie actually has, this is the DVD cover for it. This is in the movie. They see this spiral painted on the wall. Just an accident? Or maybe not. This is the people that make the movie. It's called Twisted Pictures. Is that a nail? Or maybe that's barbed wire. Or actually, maybe it represents the crown of thorns. Here it is in the movie again. Matter of fact, it's in the movie a lot of places all through the movie. Now, I haven't seen the movie, but I did watch the trailer, and I probably will not watch the movie. This is from a music videos from Carmen. This is vanilla and caramel soft creams. Can Christians spot the 666? Oh, it's just a design. It's just a scribble. Well, now, here's the most expensive bottle of tequila in the world, and if you look close at it, well, it's just a design, isn't it? Hurricane Grill, best steaks and ribs, and what do they have as their symbol? Well, maybe it does have to do with hurricanes in this case. Maybe it does have to do with something other than 666. I'm not saying it always does. I found this in my doctor's office. Lung Force. Now, the American Lung Association, is that just a drawing? Is that just a sign? Or does it really mean something? Hands and Voices. South Dakota has their brochure that they put out. Why do they have that? Oh, that's just a snail. Well, maybe it is a snail. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's something more. These boots are made for leading, it says. And if you look close down to the bottom right corner, there it is again, the spiral. Now, I was at the Heathrow Airport a number of years back, and if you look, well, what do you see? See a spiral. You don't just see it here or there. It's all over the place. I was also in Italy a few years back, and upon a cafe I noticed, well, there it is again. I was in the Evansville Airport, and look on the carpet. It's every place. That's my point. It's not just one place. It's not just a design. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's saying, look it, I am part of Lucifer. I am part of the initiated few. I understand that Lucifer is the light. I understand what's going on, and I'm a part of the party. Now, in Malaysia, Leslie and I went to Malaysia and ministered. This was in the mall in Malaysia. Not one, not two, but 3 times. This is at the CVS pharmacy in the DFW area, and I noticed something on one of the people checking me out, and lo and behold, they had put a barcode on the back of their, not their left hand, on the back of their right hand. I said, let me take a picture of that. In Stow, Ohio, visiting some family members, this was a restaurant. If you look a little closer, oh, it's just a design, and maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I was in the movie theater there. We went to the movie and I looked down to the carpet, and lo and behold, what do I see? Oh, it's just an accident. Well, how do you explain that same symbol all over the globe? If that's just an accident, how is it that it's everywhere? In the back of the DFW airport. And in movies, a lot of movies, Demolition Man, Sylvester Stallone, every time he cussed, he got hit with a fine coming out of this little gadget on the wall. Unclassified and classified, law enforcement sensitive. And if you look at here, even the law enforcement says that these symbols are bad. I'll let you read to get all of the details on it. Here's another commercial, 666, or is that just a design? Well, maybe it's just a design in this case. Maybe it's not. Here we see from dreamtime.com. And if you look closely, what do you see all over as their, what do they call that? Forget the name of it. Anyway, all over. Here and there and all over. Here's Dr. Pepper. This was at a Whataburger. I was getting a Whataburger and looked down, and lo and behold, this was a mass shooting at a funeral home in Chicago. Leaves 14 shot. And what is on the concrete? Why would we have 14 people shot with this symbol on the concrete? Is that just an accident? Or maybe it's not just an accident. And let's go on to the next one here. This is Microsoft. Get to know the new Microsoft Edge. Now let's look a little closer. What is that? Well, that's the swirl, but is it also, could it be that this is a 6? And could it be that this is a 6? And could it be this is also a 6? Or parts of it, oh, it's just a logo, Stan, it's just a design. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe somebody knew exactly what they're doing. This is Sarush, patron deity of the Babylonian Empire, and this is an ancient symbol. And look what's on top of the head. As a matter of fact, this is in a cave-dwelling area I believe it was in New Mexico. And what do we see written on the cave? So this symbol is not just something that's popped up here since in the 1900s or the 2000s or even the 21st century. This is ancient stuff, ancient petroglyphs, and you see it all over them. Matter of fact, so much so they were saying, wow, why is it we see this same symbol every place? Look at these ancient petroglyphs. Maybe it's because it's an ancient symbol of the devil? Well, now this was on People magazine. That law looks pretty harmless till you look a little closer. And when you look a little closer, here's the big view, here's the close-in view. What do you see? Why, it's a 666. In other words, when I look at royalty, I look at people that think themselves to rule the world, then I start looking closely to see if there's a 666, and I usually find one. This is some kind of a face mask, and what do we see on several of the face masks? We see the 666 symbol. Now, Revelation 13 says, and that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark, or the name of the beast. We don't know the name of the beast yet. We know the mark. I'll show you the mark. Or the number of his name. Now, we know the number of his name is 666, but we might not recognize that it's been wrapped into a spiral. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that got in victory over the beast, over his image, over his mark, and over the number of his name. Meaning that there's 4 things that we cannot have anything to do with. 2 of them have to do with falling down and worship. We can't worship the beast or his image. 3 of them are symbols that can be put on our body. 1 is the mark, his name, his number. We still don't know the name yet, but we do know his mark. And this is what the mark looks like. 3 different people actually have filled out and signed pieces of paper saying, yes, that's what they saw in their dream. Now, 2 of them said they saw it yellow. 1 of them saw it red. So I put them both on there because we want to be able to spot it. And this is our understanding of it. Does not necessarily mean that it has 6 large flames, 6 medium flames, and 6 small flames, but it might. This might be what it looks like, just so that we're ready to spot it. I saw this on the back of an automobile, and I thought, maybe not just an accident, huh? Maybe somebody knew what they were drawing. So I put this into a book called Miss the Mark, and it explains all about it. Recommend you go to prophecyclub.com and get Miss the Mark. Here's a phone. It's just a design, right? Or maybe it's not. Again, a disclaimer. I'm not saying anything bad about these people. I'll let you read all of it. Let's go on. So when we were ministering in Malaysia, I pulled out my little cell phone and I started taking pictures. Guess what I saw? Here is the spiral 666. Here's a snake. Now, would you expect a spiral to be on a snake? Yes, you would, right there. And of course, here's a Buddha. Would you expect a spiral to be on a Buddha? Well, there it is. And it's like this all over. All over. Now, maybe it's just a design. Maybe the street sign doesn't mean 666, or maybe it does. But how do you explain this? The Kazana has 666. Now it's kind of hidden. Here's another one, 666 in a cake shop. Here's another. This is a restaurant menu. Maybe that's just a design. Maybe it's not. This was on a big idol. Would you expect to find the swirl or 666 on a big idol? I would, and I found one. Would you expect to find it on another idol? Yes, and I found not just one, but if you look closely, there's 3 of them there. This was at their Lego land, which is a big recreational area. And right there on the sign, in great big letters, there it is, the big spiral. Then, of course, we find it all over the world, on all kinds of products, every place. If you look, here it is, Here it is. Here it is. Japan. When we were in Japan, we only spent like a short layover there, but it didn't take long for us to see the spiral every place. We needed to buy a shirt. Leslie bought this shirt, and look what was on the shirt. And this was a restaurant and also cookies. You see it's all over. This is another restaurant, 2 different places, 2 different spirals. And one of the worst ones is Disney. Yes, bad guys. Now, if you take about 5 minutes and look through all of these pictures, which I won't, you'll see spirals all over them. Beauty and the Beast, you see the spiral on the left? Frozen. Do you see the spiral here, the spiral here? Oh, it's just a design stand. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it means nothing. Or maybe it's an indoctrination. Maybe it is subliminal suggestions to our children. Look here. Just an accident? Well, maybe not. And here, if you'll look carefully, I'm not going to take time here, but there's actually 6 swirls. 6 swirls. And this is the Little Mermaid, Tangled, Sleeping Beauty, and Cinderella. There's 6 swirls there. Someplace in there you got to say, that's maybe not an accident. Look at Disney. All over, all of the Disney stuff, every place. It's on products. This is fruit roll-ups. You see it there. This is a Taco Cabana, and they have 3 of them on this. This is a non-dairy coffee creamer. Do you see it? And how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, all over. Which one doesn't have it? Now, I'm going to give you a second to think about this one. Which one of these does not have the swirl? The answer is the center one. Now, see if you can spot these. There's 4 pictures here. Which one does not have the swirl? Which one does not have the swirl? Do you see it? Well, the answer is, give you another second, the answer is, they all have it. Well, we got a big one here. We got a small one there. We got a small one there. And we got a big one here and a big one here. It's all over. It's all over every place. This is a digestive support. And here it is right in the middle. But that's Jell-O. Now, this was their old logo. What was wrong with their old logo that they had to change it? Here's another package of Jell-O. Now, if they have it once, I understand that. If they have it twice, I start to wonder. But what if they not only have it twice, but 4 times? That's right. Back up. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4. At what point do you start to say, that's not an accident. That's not on purpose. That is a design. That is intentional. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 swirls in just a few pictures. And then here we have half and half, and look in the coffee. We see the swirl. It's not just an accident. Hershey's, the swirl. Here we have some wine. Would we expect to see a 666 on wine? Well, I think yes, we would. And here's some potato chips or some kind of a snack. Here's a spoon that I found in my children's Trix cereal. Look closely. Is that an accident? Why would they put just a doodle? Why would they put just a nothing, a meaningless drawing? Why would they go to the trouble? They not only put it on the handle, but they also put it where the child actually puts the spoon into their mouth if they use that spoon. Accident? Some point in there you got to start saying somebody's doing something, right? So my question is, can Christians see the 666? What about this one? Can you see it? Top left corner? Oh, yeah, you say, I spotted that. Well, how about on Splenda? Do you see it there? Well, maybe not. Look, it's there. It's hidden. 40 books, $800 value for $100. Secret Door to Understand Bible Prophecy is a deep dive into Bible prophecy. Miss the Mark is the book you give to people that you never want to take the mark of the beast. God's Warnings to America's 101 modern prophecies, everything from Dimitri Duduman to rest of the most popular, the most credible prophets out there. Tribulation Secrets and Daniel is the book that you read to understand, as a tribulation saint, what you need to know. And then How Pre-Trib Won, you'll settle your question about the rapture. Now, you can get all 5 of these in a giant package. We offer them in shrink-wrap sets of 10 for the Understand Bible Prophecy. Miss the Mark is in shrink-wrap sets of 10. God's Warning is shrink-wrap sets of 10. Daniel is 5. How Pre-Trib Won is 5. So it's a total of 40 books, valued at $800, all for a gift of just $100 at prophecyclub.com. The good news is EMP Shield has devices the military testing facility says protect 100% against EMP, solar flares, lightning, power surges, backed by a 10-year warranty and a $25,000 insurance policy. View simple video installation instructions for home, vehicles, RV. You can have electricity in a blackout. Use the promo code PROPHECY for a $50 gift card, and it helps your Prophecy Club. These days, emergency food is mostly sold out, but HeavensHarvest.com has all sorts of emergency supplies and food in stock. Their food comes in square stackable buckets, breakfast, entree, protein, fruits and vegetables. I recommend you have at least 12 months of food for each person in your family. Receive a free box of heirloom seeds when you enter the promo code STAN at HeavensHarvest.com. Promo code STAN. Terry Saka is a prophecy student, and he reads his King James Bible, and he believes in winning souls so much he is supporting the Prophecy Club so that we can win more souls. So if you want to support someone that loves prophecy and wants to win souls, I'm going to send you to cornerstoneassetmetals.com, where you can get all sorts of precious metals, gold, silver, rhodium, palladium, and things like that. cornerstoneassetmetals.com. Click like, share, subscribe, and send to a friend.